Okay, I don't hear Doc. Let me turn the show on, see if I can hear him. Oh, okay, he's calling back now. Whoops. Are you there, Doc?
You still there, my friend?
Yeah. Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. I think we lost you or something.
Oh, okay. Well, what I was originally told when I presented our predator to the doctors and the PhDs is that it's a fine piece of work, but really, today's criminals of the information age are not what you're saying. They're just like criminals have always been, deviants. They just use cyberspace as a tool. And my retort, they don't say it anymore. My retort back then is like, doctors, I'm sorry, I disagree. Because we now have cyberspace. And even now is that we have to, as a society, from a criminological forensic, we have to reprofile everybody. Yeah. Because now we have this cyberspace. So not only do they disagree with my thesis back then, not that anybody says it now, all of a sudden, you know, my predator now goes, oh, that's a fine, dandy piece of work, you know. The fact is, we have to re-look at the dark side of consciousness because of cyberspace. So then after that, it was not the ones with the letters they would read, not all trolls, but even people like, what do you want us to do, Dr. Nucitelli? Turn off the internet? And my retort was like, is that what you get from reading my predator? I'm like, no, I love the internet. Information technology, the attributes, the benefits far outweigh the detriments from the benefits you talked about earlier, far outweigh. No, I don't want the internet turned off. But what I want is people to be aware that you got to be a little careful. Yeah. You can't be putting out your home address. You can't be have your, let's say, your Facebook profile on public and write on your wall that you're going down to the Jersey Shore for the next week, and you're posting that on Facebook when every cyber criminal can see.
Hey, Doc, I have to interrupt you because we're having audio difficulties. You're coming through, but it's skippy. So why don't we try? Let me hang up and call you back on Skype and see if that works.
Okay.
Okay, give me a second. Why don't you go ahead and take a break because we've been going for about an hour and a half. Debbie Daly's in the chat room. Yes, I love Carl Jung too. You want to go ahead and take a 5-minute break and I'll play a song and then we'll reconnect?
Oh, if you'd like, I'll hang up and I'll wait.
That sounds good. I'll call you back in about 5 minutes.
Thank you. I'm going to go.
All right, you guys been listening to Doc Nucitelli, Predator Extraordinaire. He knows what's up. Yeah, Skype will take a back seat to everything else. Okay. Well, I don't know what it is because I lost him. We were just talking, and then as soon as I got him back, it started skipping. So it could be me, but I haven't moved or changed anything. So might have been his connection as well. So we'll find out. Let me see if when I start a song here, it'll come through normally. Thanks to Bob. Ooh, this would be a perfect one, wouldn't it? Yeah, this will mess with your head, you guys. This is called Hypno Twist. Enjoy a little bit of...
On my heart. The number 3 is on my tummy. The number 4 is on my leg. Can you find the number 5?
Wait, what was that?
The only reason she agreed to see Luscious Lucius the hypnotist was because as a child she was intrigued by the hocus-pocus act of hypnotism and wanted to witness it as a mature adult. She and her friends had spent nearly an hour debating whether or not hypnotism was real, and then who would volunteer to participate in the show. Evie was feeling particularly adventurous and said she'd give it a go. Her skepticism for the whole thing made it an easy decision. Inside was dim and smelled of incense. 6-foot pillar candles illuminated the sides of the tent. Guttural droning sounds of music played from hidden speakers that Evie couldn't locate. It wasn't obnoxiously loud, but it wasn't her taste either. This kind of chest-pounding music always sounded like noise was just vomiting from the speakers. "Welcome," a silky feminine voice greeted her. She turned and looked into the dark gray eyes of a woman with long, wavy blonde hair that Evie would have killed for. "Oh, hi. I think I'm in the wrong place," Evie said. "Is this a private show?" "You're in the right place." There were women everywhere talking with one another. Some were leaning closely as if they were telling secrets, or maybe they were lovers about to kiss. "Trust me." The hostess plucked a mushroom-shaped chip from her own pouch, eyed Evie with something of a sexual nature, then ate it. "You're going to love these." The room suddenly seemed to become more vibrant. The darkness was in shadowed layers. The white silk of the women's togas shimmered and floated with their subtle movements. The palpitating music now buzzed in her ears. She tried to shake the confusion away, but it remained. "Is this a lesbian show?" It's nice to sort of let loose, you know? Having such a beautiful woman think she was attractive made her feel good, valuable. Too bad Adam didn't look at her with the same fervor. Her head was spinning a little. That was weird. She didn't taste alcohol in the tea. Suddenly, she didn't think those chips were just chips. "But why don't I have a pair of wings like all the other women?" she asked. The hostess, with a sly, sexy smile, said, "Oh, you'll have to earn those." "Agreed," a masculine voice said. Her head swam as she turned. She couldn't see a man anywhere. "Who was that?" she asked. "That was Lucius," the hostess said. "Would you like to meet him?" There was now a man sitting in the chair with his chin on a single finger looking directly at Evie. His other hand was squeezing the breast of a woman. The top of her toga had been pulled to the side. She was on her knees. Her face was down, covered by both of her own hands. The poor woman looked absolutely mortified at such a public display, all of which made him frightening to look upon. He slowly walked towards her. It must have been a trick of the light, because as he came nearer, his hair became brown and then almost black. His face was perfect. It was too perfect. The peculiar dizziness came again, and then Evie wondered if maybe it was a hypnotist trick. She felt as though she was being pulled into a trance. Lucius's face became fuzzy and then clear, and then it suddenly changed altogether. His forehead bulged out with spines flanking his hairline. Eyebrow ridges and cheekbones seemed to become pointed, and his chin grew long, devilishly long. His preternatural look was suddenly gone, and now Evie was looking back at the flawlessly perfect face of Lucius the hypnotist once again. "Welcome," he said. "Thank you." She felt as though she was forgetting something, though. Then she asked, "Are you hypnotizing me?" The blonde laughed a soft, sexy laugh in Evie's ear, then pulled her away from the hypnotist. She led her to a couch that was on the other side of the tent, but she could still feel his eyes on her. He was also smiling. Her stomach did a couple of flip-flops, and then she suddenly felt her thighs become wet. Her knees were shaking. She suddenly wanted to fuck.
This is Don Imus. You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin Kierstead. You're gonna like it. I'll kick your ass.
When I cop a beat, I make sure it hits hard like Rocky. Knock you off your feet, they constantly try stopping me. Obviously they can't, cause I'm hotter than steamed broccoli. Knocking apart your retards properly, comma. Pump lyrics like arteries, spewing rhymes like I'm vomiting, comma. Don't start with me, I'm a hip-hop anomaly, comma. You just a wannabe, comma. And it's comedy, comma. You gotta be joking, you can't be serious, period. I oughta be frank with you, honestly, man, you bother. This ain't Monopoly, you can't pay me to be on my property. Just don't talk to me, follow me, man, finally dawn on me. In the league of extraordinary men, I'm like Sean Connery. Rap commodity, hip-hop in every part of me. A cop a CD and it feels like you just won the lottery. Proceed to pop the top off the pop of a man and honor me. And join the population true colony.
I put on my chucks and lace them. We bang within the bass in the basement. I put on my chucks and lace them. We bang within the bass in the basement. I put on my chucks and lace them. We bang within the bass in the basement. I put on my chucks and lace them. We bang within the bass in the basement.
I control conversation through verbal manipulation. Prefer the situation be herbal and stimulation. Best of my generation's progressive degeneration, but this is just preparation. The best is yet to be tasted. No more time to be wasted. Everyone take your places. Show's about to start. Be seated, don't leave them vacant. Flow so sharp, a razor couldn't replace it. I go so hard, I'm competing even with pavement. Crafty articulation erases all speculation. Debating, hating, and waiting for something better than Jason. Ain't Nate. Ain't shit is on vacation. They anxious and patient. Now that's just tasteless. I'm good, better, best. Never let it rest. Yes, so my good is better. And my better best. I'm headed for the cheddar. Niggas should invest. Check. Who could've said it better? I just said it best. Yep.
I put on my chucks and lace them. We bang within the bass in the basement. I put on my chucks and lace them. We bang within the bass in the basement. I put on my chucks and lace them. We bang within the bass in the basement. I put on my chucks and lace them. We bang within the bass in the basement.
My intention is to grab your attention with every verse that I mention and send your mind into a different dimension. I'm representing for all my people that came from the bottom and had to hustle 24/7 from winter to autumn to get it. I spit it better than most of these veterans. So sick that the doctors can't prescribe no medicine. I'm in full pursuit of these dead presidents. Get on my hype, cutty. I grind late night like David Letterman. I'm nocturnal, hotter than the devil with some rocks in his socks on the block rocking thermals. But at the same time, I'm colder than the chip on your shoulder or big boulder, Russian soldier. I'm colder than a Nova when the engine freeze over. Constantly blowing Doja, you never see me sober. It's in again, I'm better than you ever been. Whatever you spitting gon' come up missing, it's irrelevant.
I put on my chucks and lace them. Still I'm saying, who are you and what are you doing in my garage? When the basement's full of them wannabe superstars. But you won't see me rapping through glamour and camouflage. They rapping to make a million, I'm rapping to make a difference. They clapping in my deliverance, acting my independence. Attracted to competition, I'm mad at the comprehension. So I put on my chucks and lace them to get attention. Creating a state of tension, awaiting my real intentions. It's funny what a little money do to a person. Get in the booth, tell the truth, skip the bullshit cursing. Should you choose to let loose, prove the music is working again. Use it to curtain the man off of the dollars and cents. Cause who knew, not you, be true to yourself and the crew. Man, what else can I do? That's who I'm selling it to. And what's the relevance to? You could try, but you couldn't walk a mile in my shoes.
We are back. Kevin A. Kierstead, K-Tap, Truth on Tap. All we deal in here is truth. Some people don't like it. Some people love it. But we're going to be dealing with some more truth as we continue to expose and hunt down and eventually eliminate, exterminate, and never look back to the trolls that make your day worse for no particular reason. LOL, you're no DJ Bad Guy. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I don't have the talent of DJ Bad Guy. Never going to have that talent. So I have to use content. And content is not always easy to come up with. Some hosts like to, I can think of a couple hosts right now, not you, Debbie, I don't know if you do it or not, but that like to chop up other host shows and just play that for hours on end. It's like, that's what you've got? Other host stuff? I mean, if you get a clip here and there, I'm good with that. But Dr. Nuccelli, are you with us?
Yes. Can you hear me okay?